Hello everyone, welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to do a mutual fund review. Let me first explain the methodology of the review. We will list and review the fund on various parameters and rate each parameter by green, yellow or red star. Green star means good performance, yellow star means average performance and red means below average performance. In the end, based on the total number of green, yellow and red star respectively, you can take a call to buy this fund or not. Please remember, all the fund parameters we are going to discuss here are based on 4th April 2017 data as reference, and we only review regular and growth plans of mutual funds. In this video, we are going to review fund name ICICI Prudential Focused Bluechip Equity Fund, which is a large cap fund launched in 2008. Before going into review, let's understand about fund's objectives. The fund invests primarily in large capitalization equity stocks and is ideal fund for long-term capital appreciation. It invests in biggest of Indian companies called blue chip stocks. Now let's start the detailed review on each parameter. First, the fund belongs to ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund family, which is currently India's biggest fund house in terms of asset under management out of more than 45 fund houses in India and was established in 1998. So for being a very large and experienced and growth oriented fund house, we give them a green star here. Focused Blue Chip Fund was launched in May 2008. This means it is active for close to 9 years only. So for being a relatively new fund in the category, which missed ups of 2006 and 7 and down of 2008, we give it a yellow star. Fund is categorized in large cap category as it invests primarily in large cap stocks. There is no fixed definition of large cap, but mostly they are considered as companies which are part of top 80% of market cap of the listed companies. Now moving to next, this fund has large asset under management of 12,566 crores and ranks third biggest actively managed large cap fund among a population of more than 40. So this high asset under management in just 8 to 9 years speaks volume about fund's performance and investors' trust in funds management, hence deserves a green star. Now let's talk about the Moolaha, that is the returns. We will first talk about the trailing returns from 4th April date and then talk about the calendar returns. In trailing returns, we can see the fund has consistently beaten its benchmark index, that is Nifty 50, as well as large cap category average across 1, 3, 5 and 7 years. Trailing return performance clearly shows exceptional fund performance since launch. Now looking at the calendarized returns of last 8 years from 2009 to 2016, which means returns from 1st Jan to 31st December of the calendar year, we see that there is not a single bad year performance as compared to benchmark and category average, except in 2012 where the fund's performance was very near to average. Rest in all years, fund has performed exceptionally well. Fund has shown good resilience towards downward pressure even during bad markets of 2011 and 15. So due to this very consistent and much above category average performance on both trailing as well as calendar year performance, we give this fund 2 green stars on this parameter. Next important parameter is fund manager. The fund has an experienced fund manager Manish Gunwani since January 2012. He is BTech from IIT Chennai and MBA from IIM Bangalore. He has been part of fund house since 2010 and hence is currently having a stable stint with the fund house and with the fund. Manish is also part of equity side of fund management team of ICICI Prudential's Balanced Advantage Fund, which is the biggest balanced fund in the category with asset under management of more than 17,000 crores. This fund is relatively conservative hybrid fund, which invests equity side of money mostly in large caps only. Being a relatively conservative fund in the category, it has still given close to category average returns in long term and also managed the market falls much better than the peers. So looking at fund manager's stability and pretty good performance in both the funds managed by him, we give this parameter a green star. Next parameter is top stock holdings of the fund and understanding the fund's diversification. As on 4th April, fund has 48 stocks in portfolio with top 5 contributing close to 27%. Current cash allocation is around 6% and rest all is in equity. Fund has pretty good diversification in portfolio, and weightage of top 5 companies is little higher than our benchmark of 25%, and hence we give this parameter a yellow star. Next parameter is sector diversification. Top 3 sectors contributes to almost 54%, and fund is definitely overweight on financial sector, and therefore we give this parameter a yellow star too. Next are expenses. Expense ratio of the fund is 1.97%, which is better than the average expense ratio of this category, that is 2.35%. Exit load of the fund is 1% if investment is redeemed in first 365 days of investment, which is what most large cap funds do. So overall, due to good expense ratio, we give this parameter a green star. Now those who like numbers, let's discuss few important ratios too. Standard deviation, a measure of volatility and risk, is little higher than the benchmark and is very close to category average, which means it takes close to average risk. Beta 2 is a measure of risk and is also equal to category. Alpha, which measures the risk adjusted returns, so 5.1 alpha here means it can perform 5.1% better than the benchmark. And surprisingly, by taking average risk, it has better alpha, that is return potential, than the category. So this means this fund is average risk and high return profile fund, which is pretty good. Last is P ratio of the portfolio, which is 24 and is equivalent to benchmark's P of 23.4. So the fund has performed decently good on this parameter by taking average risk and giving higher alpha and having equivalent P multiple. So deserves a green star here. Few other important info to note about the fund is that it is a large cap focused fund and hence has almost 100% investment in large cap. And this table here shows how rupees 10,000 SIP would have performed in various time frames and prove the very good performance this fund has given continuously. So if we calculate, we got total 7 green stars and 3 yellow stars, with fund being less experienced as compared to others being of little concern. To summarize, ICICI Pru Focus Bluechip Fund is very good performing fund with complete focus on large cap stocks. The fund's performance in comparison to benchmark and category average has been exceptional, with not a single bad year performance till now since inception. In 2011 and in 2015, it managed to contain downside also very well. The fund's success has resulted in a surge in assets as well and is already third biggest actively managed large cap fund in the category. Manager Manish Gunwani took over the reins of this fund in January 2012 following the exit of manager Prashant Kothari. Gunwani has a quality bias when picking stocks and has given pretty good performance in his stint. If you are looking at a consistent large cap fund, this fund has to be in your shortlist. So that is all on this fund review. If you have any question, please do write in the comment section below. Have a great time ahead.